Well, that was our local entertainment news. And speaking of musicians and talented, individuals, when it comes to South Africa and when it comes to Danno Petersen, he's only 15 years old, but he is a drumming sensation. He's been on international stages and he's even played for the likes of late Tata Madiba as well as Barack Obama. So when he celebrated his 15th birthday, Expresso had to be there.
Drumming sensation Danno Petersen was first introduced to us at the age of 9 years old, already wowing fans both locally and internationally with his incredible talent. Now celebrating his 15th birthday, he's achieved quite a lot in his short music career, from performing for the likes of former President Nelson Mandela to becoming the youngest ever university student on the African continent at the age of 11, and of course recently receiving that special Lifetime Award from former US President Barack Obama. I think it's safe to say this young man definitely wears the overachiever's hat.
Considered a percussion prodigy, Danno's accomplishments both as a drummer and a philanthropist were definitely worthy of a celebration, as the young man enjoyed his birthday in the company of family, friends and fellow musicians.
Danno, so you have achieved a lot over the past couple of years. I mean, you even have your own painting here. What would you say is a highlight of your career?
For playing 3 of Nelson Mandela's birthdays, and for me back then I was too young to understand, but for me, he was just like another uncle. But now I realized, and I was like, hey, this is the man, and I was like, oh, how could I be so naive, But that's definitely one of my biggest highlights.
So what does one give a drum wizard on his birthday when his CV is longer than most adults? Well, Danno was happy with his simple song.
Happy birthday to you.
One of the big achievements for this new year in Danno's life is collaborating on a track with some of the continent's biggest musical icons.
I started working with him on this iconic track that we did with Akon, Yusondo, Yvonne Chaka Chaka and so forth. I met him at the studio and I was so blown away by his skills and how humble he is, and for the fact that he's 14 and he's such a great musician, you know what I mean? So I just praise God to have met him and his dad.
He's a standout performer because he is still a kid, because he involves himself with other children of the world, and because he plays, I think, intuitively, and more than that, because he loves what he does. And I think if more kids can be geared toward finding the love and passion, we'll have a beautiful world.
He's such a great musician because he's able to bring a new paradigm into it. Like, a lot of the guys are making music, dude, after many, many years, but he started off making it, and that's inspiring.
When I watch him, it's amazing to see how his expression in his face translates onto the kid. Like, you can see the emotion when he plays, which is cool because he's so young to develop that, and it's just amazing.
It's been an amazing pleasure. It's a privilege to work with someone so talented. I've just realized how much he loves what he does. He always just wants to keep playing. He just loves what he does. So I think that's what makes him stand out.
To have built such a stellar career while still in childhood, Danno's success is thanks to unwavering and boundless support from his parents.
As Daniel's parents, Antoinette, let's start with you. How do you feel about him being celebrated today, and what do you think makes him such an outstanding talent?
I think it's something that he's worked on for a very, very long time. And also the fact, other people have acknowledged Daniel for what he's been doing, and that says a lot.
What are you hoping Danno achieves in the future?
To be a good person, because everybody can play drums. Everybody can be a great musician, but are you a good person? And that is more for me the thing. What I've been and my wife have been investing in Daniel to date is to be a good person.
Danno's musical talent has taken him to stages across the world and gained him a lot of recognition. And one of his highlights is definitely launching his own custom drum kit earlier this year. Danno, tell me a little bit more about this.
I really have really no words to explain how I feel about having a customized kit, because I know they took the time out of their day to create something so special for me, and for them to spend their time on creating something especially for me, all I can say is I'm really, really honored.
Danno might have been the one being celebrated tonight, but he's no stranger to giving back to the community. His foundation makes sure that underprivileged kids receive musical instrument, sharing in his passion for music. On that note, I think it's safe to say that we can all take a page out of this young man's book.